Good morning! I hope everyone is doing all right. It looks like I will be following around today to be interviewing some questions about a recent achievement. So this is 10 by 10 with Gypsy.
Just to say hi. I hope everybody is doing all right. And thank you for the part that you all played in my life. Hello, everybody. Everybody, hello. How are you? Tell me, how do you do?
What prompted you to start your channel? What prompted me? Well, back in March, first off, I always make up my bed in the morning because you just start your day right, honestly. But what prompted me is I was unfortunately furloughed from my job in March, and I was pretty upset about it, like the way it happened. If you're kind of curious about it, just look in my past video about working at a retail bookstore. And I'm the type of person, I get it from my parents, I can't sit still, I have to be doing something, and not just anything, because, you know, time is very precious, and I always want to make sure whatever I'm doing is helping others, is advocating for others, because I just love to be a student of just different things that I feel passionate about, and especially anything regarding cultures, anything regarding groups of people or communities of people that are I don't even say underrepresented, but they're not in the limelight as they should be. And I just noticed working at a retail bookstore, you know, certain types of authors, especially ones that look like me, but not just those, you know, because everyone should be able to walk in a space and see themselves, was not represented like it should be. And I'm like, you know what, I want to put myself on, but I want to put other people on, regarding those type of authors. So that's why I created my YouTube channel, because I was doing book reviews on my personal Twitter, but I decided, you know what, no, I want to reach a broader audience, and now we're here. Well, we're so happy that you chose to switch to another medium. Was it hard choosing your first video? I remember when I was trying to figure out my first video, and I was like, I don't know really what to start with. Like, I was very new in video editing. I mean a true novice. Like, I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, okay, let me review some books that I already have read, because at the time, I wasn't furloughed yet, because this was in early March. Yeah, because I was furloughed late March. So I wasn't furloughed yet. And I was like, okay, let me spotlight an author that I feel like everybody needs to know. Because some people probably didn't know him, but I was like, no, I like him. And that was Tochi Anibuchi. And it was, a Tochi Takeover 2-for-1 review. And I reviewed War Girls. And I also read his book, Riot Baby, which talks about the 1992 riots in LA and everything. And that, oh my gosh, that book, I read it on a flight when it was safe to fly. I read it on a flight, and I was just super enthralled by it. I literally read it on the whole flight there. And I usually don't read like that, because sometimes I do get motion sickness on planes. It's not like all the time, but sometimes I do, depending if maybe I had slightly empty stomach or just anything. So I always carry ginger ale with me. Like, anytime I'm on a trip and I'm like, there could be anything could go wrong, I have my medicine with me and some ginger ale. So that's why I chose those two books, because those were my two favorite books from that year. Well, I think Riot Baby came out early 2020, but yeah. You mentioned you were a novice at video editing. What was it like embarking on that process? So I can't remember the first platform of software I used when I started video editing, but it was a free open source. Open source basically means it can be used on any type of platforms like Apple or Microsoft, like Windows. Basically, it can be used on like the Mac OS X, or on like Windows, basically like that. So I used that because at the time I was, thinking about getting a MacBook Air, this one, which I did, praise the Lord, shout out to my parents. When I did get the MacBook Air, I transferred into getting Final Cut Pro, and man, that software was a little expensive, considering I didn't have a job. So, but was like, I really want to invest in myself. Yes, it was very frustrating at first. It's still frustrating. Let me not say like I know everything, because I don't. I'm still learning. Like, there's still some things that I'm like, okay, how do you do this? Like, I want to make like the letters spin, or just animate certain things. Like, how do I do that? And sometimes I watch other people's videos and I do get inspiration from them. I don't like to necessarily copy. If I do, it's like a blatant type of kind of let's say word for it, basically blatant copy of it. I do make sure I give that creator credit, because even if they never see that my video and that I use their idea, I want people to know, like, okay, check out this creator, because he or she's doing amazing. And I always like to do that, because you have to give credit where credit is due. Like, come on, guys, you can't just take ownership and it's not yours. 8 months later, it's getting a little bit better, but I still have my issues, trust me.
Since you are creative, what do you think sets you apart from the rest of the book community?
Ooh, I think my favorite thing that set me apart was my monthly book picks. I've done books as lipsticks, books as nails. I think books as lipsticks was my favorite, definitely.
With all these cool ideas, how are you balling on a budget?
Me balling on a budget, let's just keep it truthful about it. I have a job right now, so I am working on the grace of God, literally the grace of the Lord, as a creative person. And even if you're with whatever passion you have, it requires money and it requires fun. So when you're trying to really like delve into, it's like, oh, I want this. A camera costs, like a really good quality camera costs, about $900. You don't have $900, so I'm using my phone, like, it was a really big purchase for me to do the Final Cut Pro, so that's what I've been working with right now. And I've noticed people have to buy like add-on packages, stuff like that, to have different animations. Some of those packages cost $20, $30, $40, $50, like, and you're like, okay, Jar, you can't scrounge up 20. I have to eat. So it's been a struggle with that, because I feel like that is holding me back a lot, because I don't have the funds I need, and trying to look for looking for a job and wanting to start my career as a writer. It's just so much. So that's always been is always in the back of my mind. I try not to let it break me down and stuff like that, but it's tough. It's really tough trying to be your passion and your bank account basically says no. But to God be the glory, and we're just gonna hope and pray that I have a job before the end of this year. We have the closet. Need to figure out what to wear, because if anyone who knows me, people say I dress up, but that's just me. I just like to look good every day at all times of the day.
Pandemic has brought many challenges, and I can tell you stay true to yourself. Did you take any upload breaks for mental stability?
Yes, I did take some upload breaks, because one of them had to do with I just needed a break from like creating and stuff like that, because it is draining. Like, it's fun, but it's very draining at times. And also I was dealing with a lot of grief and bereavement in my family. I had 3 people close to me die back to back in 3 months, so that was a lot. So I just needed to take a step back and be like, okay, I don't think people are gonna mind if I need to just take a step back, you feel me? Like, I just need some time. So I know I absolutely love jewelry, so I always, along with trying to figure out my outfit, I also I make sure I pick out whatever jewelry it goes with as well.
Do you pay attention to which video is your most watched?
Yes, I do. I do, pay attention to what video is my most watched, because I want to see who my audience likes. And right now it is Mexican Gothic. I basically said I'm a fraud because I told myself, like, and anybody who knows me, that I don't want to deal with anything scary, no thriller, nothing like that. And I've never heard this author before because I'm still learning. Like, I won't call myself like a book expert. Like, I want to become, like, especially with YA, I love young adults, so like I definitely want to become like a YA expert. But to do that, I gotta expose myself. I had to force myself to basically read some genres that I fortunately don't really want to get into, because like for thriller, you willingly asking to get your mind messed up. Like, what, are you kidding me? I think what people like is how authentic I was in the video, and I'm always authentic in my videos. Like, I make sure that I give a truly honest review. Like, I try not to do reviews. I usually don't do reviews that are less than 3 stars or 3 stars review on my YouTube channel, because, you know, I recognize authors are still people, and, you know, they don't mind constructive criticism, but also I usually just keep those on Goodreads, to be honest with you. So that's what I usually do. So if it's a lower star review count in my opinion, and let me be clear, my word is not law. It's just an opinion. So that's what I usually do.
Which video would you choose as your favorite video?
Yeah, it's actually my most current video. My most current video is my favorite video, most definitely.
I actually follow you myself on your YouTube channel and your social media. I also noticed some branding changes.
Yes, I did do a bit of rebranding. I wanted to start, I need something new. I need something I like to change stuff up. You don't like to always do like the same thing and stuff like that. So definitely wanted to do that. I definitely wanted to like have a new slogan. I changed up my intro and my outro. I like doing that every quarter. I like having something new. But I think I might change it for Christmas time, because I'm gonna be doing something a little special during that time. So definitely I'm gonna be doing that. But I always like to keep people guessing. Like with my hair, like literally, like the way I do my hair, like the way I operate life is I like keep people guessing. Like you can't guess with me. Like, even if you truly know me, like, yeah, you might see like a slight pattern, but there's still some things you're like, oh, I didn't think she would do that. Like, that's just how I am. I just like to keep people on their toes. Definitely like to do that. So I was like teetering and thinking, I was like, ooh, what is just simple that has to do something with literature? Because before it was literature, music, and lifestyle, because I was I was juggling 3 different passions at once. Let's just be clear. Literature is my focus right now. You know, I still obviously have other talents. You know, I'm blessed to be multi-talented, you know, not to brag or anything like that. I just want to focus on literature, because that's the one thing that I can see myself doing for the rest of my life. It's just anything to do with books, anything to do with just advocacy and literature. You know, that's my dream. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. So that's why I was like, okay, I want to do something that's definitely centered towards books only. And I came up with Booked and Bound to Have You Reading. And so booked, you know, obviously books, you know, books, and then bound because, you know, like the book, I have a book right here. I always have books everywhere. You know, a book is bound by, you know, like the spine. So I think, you know, I'll definitely stick with maybe some things that I create might just be booked and bound. You know, I just think big. Like I have so many cool ideas, and I know it'll come with growing my platform. So I can't wait to be able to like just do that. And I appreciate the people supporting me. I can't wait to have more people support, because I just want to bring so many just great things and collaborate with other people, because there's some things that I want to do that's already been invented, but I just want to just be a part of it really and truly. And there's no reason to reinvent a wheel if it's already there, you know? Of course you can improve it, you know, and stuff like that, but I'm not a type of person that takes recognition, or it's like I need to have my name on it because I want to have an approbation. Like, I'm not the type of person, like, I just want everyone to be able to have access to great literature. That is my thing. That is just my MO. So that's why I have that slogan. Okay, what's the last question?
All right, the last question. What brings you, Gypsy Junction, so much joy?
What brings me joy is literally everyone. Yeah, what brings me joy is just being able to talk to people. I love that. I love people asking me about book recommendations. And I love people, telling me about books that I should read. I absolutely love that because, like, that is so cool because you think of me for a recommendation. Like, that's so cool. Like, are you thinking of me? I'm on your mind? What? I don't take it lightly. I don't take it lightly at all. And yeah, but I'm gonna get into this makeup. I need to get into this makeup because where I am, daylight is only here for just maybe 2 hours, about 2-3 hours of good sunlight. So I gotta get into it.
Well, thank you so much, Gypsy Junction, for allowing us to follow you around today. And I had so much fun learning about you and your brand and your continuous journey. And I just hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful career and blessings upon you.